We are starting with the GATE 2024 paper Aptitude section of EC, Stream EC. So this is the first question in front of you. A surveyor has to measure the original distance from her position to a distant reference point P. Using her position as the center, a 200-meter horizontal segment is drawn with two endpoints A and B, which basically means if this is A and this is B, the surveyor is at the center and this is 100 meters and this is 100 meters. Okay, and see horizontal distance from her point to a distant reference point P. Now point A, B, C are not collinear. C can be anywhere here, anywhere on these points. Each of the angles CAB and CBA are measured as 87.8 degree. So primarily they are equal. So for an angle both from a point, the subtended angle to A and B, they are equal, clearly indicates that this point C should be the other vertex of an isosceles triangle ACB, where AC and BC must be equal, and this angle is, as they said, 87.8 degree. Both of these angles, 87.8 degree. Now this is the distance from the surveyor to C, and obviously since it is joining the vertex of that isosceles triangle, it must be 90 degree, or it must be a right angle 90 degree. So what is the distance from the, see the question is the distance in meter of the reference point C from her position is nearest to which one of these? So basically they are asking the length of CS. So the length of CS would be, as you can see, since this is a right angle, so tan of 87.8 degree would be CS divided by 100. So CS would be 100 into tan of 87.8 degree. Now if you have used this, and you also have a scientific calculator at your disposal, so even if this is not a normal one, but tan of 87.8 degree is approximately equal to 26. So basically the length of this would be 100 into 26, that is 2600. Now look at the options. The nearest one to 2600 would be 2603, and hence the answer is 2603. And actually the exact, if you use the scientific calculator, it is indeed 26.03. So then you get the exact one if you use the calculator. But then experience would also be telling you that tan of 87.8 degree is 26, and hence this goes on. So that's question 1. Let's go on to the second question. P, Q, R, S, and T have launched a new startup. Two of them are siblings. The office of the startup has just 3 rooms. All of them agree that the siblings should not share the same room. If S and Q are single children, so S and Q are single children, they do not have any siblings. The room allocations shown below are acceptable to all. Then which of the given options is the siblings? So see, first we know that Q and S are definitely not the siblings, so they are already out. Now see, P and R cannot be the siblings because P and R can be together in one room. So P and R are not siblings, are not siblings. Next, C, R and T cannot be siblings. R and T cannot be siblings. So they also cannot be siblings because they are in the same room. Now we already know that Q does not have any siblings. So obviously PQ, the question of them being siblings doesn't arise at all. We also know that S does not have any sibling. So naturally TS being a sibling, the question doesn't arise at all. But then there is another combination left, P and T. So P and T must be the sibling because no other combination is left excepting another which is S and Q. But S and Q we already know they are not siblings, so they cannot be. So P and T are the siblings, and we can confirm that option number A is the right option. Let's go to the third one. 5 years ago, the ratio of Aman's age to his father's age was 1:4. And 5 years from now, the ratio will be 2:5. What was his father's age when Aman was born? So let us suppose the present age of Aman, be X. In that case, 5 years ago, the age of Aman would be naturally X minus 5. So therefore, the age of Aman's father 5 years ago, Aman's father 5 years ago would be 4 into, since the ratio is 1:4 and Aman is X minus 5, would be 4 into X minus 5. Now, what would be the age of Aman 5 years from now? Obviously, 5 years from now, it would be X plus 5. 5 years from now, Aman's age would be X plus 5 and Aman's father's age would be how much? See, it would be 4 into X minus 5 plus 10 because this was the age of Aman's father 5 years ago. So plus 10 must be added. So 4X minus 20 plus 10, that is equal to 4X minus 10. So you can say that X plus 5 divided by 4X minus 10 would be equal to 2:5. So we need to solve this for X. So multiplying it is 5X plus 25 is equal to 8X minus 20. This side and that side brings 3X and that is equal to 45 and hence X equal to 15. The moment we know that X is equal to 15 years, so the present age of Aman is 15. So 5 years ago, Aman's father's age was 40. So present age of Aman's father would be 45. See, present, if you consider the present, then Aman is 15 years and Aman's father is, as you can see, 4 into 15 minus X. This was Aman's father's age 5 years ago. So plus 5. Okay. So that would become 45 years. So they have asked what was his father's age when Aman was born. So when Aman was born, Aman's age was 0 years. So his father's age would have been 45 minus 15, that is 30 years. So you can say that option number B is the correct option. Okay, let's go on to the next number. This is a problem on logarithms. For a real number, x is greater than 1. It is said that 1 by log x to the base 2 plus 1 by log x to the base 3 plus 1 by log x to the base 4 is equal to 1. And they have asked you the value of x. Now we must be knowing that if anybody says that log x to the base a is there, I can say it as 1 by log of a base x. This is a very basic rule. So because of that, I can write of log x base 2 as 1 by log 2 base x. And 1 by log 2 base x would give us log 2 base x. Similarly, the second one would become log 3 base x. And the third one would become log 4 base x with the intermediate positive signs being there. And this must be equal to 1. Now we know that log of x plus log of y to any base, say suppose a, is equal to log of xy to the base a. This is also a very common relation. So because of that, we can say that log of 2 into 3 into 4, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4 is 24. So log of 24 base x must be equal to 1. Now, because 24 base x also a very common relation, see, if anybody says that log of x base a is equal to n, I am sure you will agree that we can say, converting it to indices, that x is equal to a to the power n. This is how we can convert logarithm to indices. And likewise, here we can say that then 24 must be equal to the x to the power 1, or x is equal to 24. This is the shortest possible way to do this, and option C is the correct answer. Right. The next one. This is a problem from numbers. The greatest prime factor of 3 to the power 199 minus 3 to the power 196 is what? So from here, I am sure you all agree that we can take 3 to the power 196 common, and then what will be left here is 3 to the power 3, and here it will be 1 left. So this can be said to be 3 to the power 196. See, 3 to the power 3 is 27, minus 1 is 26. So basically, this whole thing becomes, since 26 is 2 into 30, becomes 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 196 into 13 to the power 1. These are the prime factors, and the greatest prime factor is obviously 13. So the answer would be option A, that is 13. Very simple sum. Let us move on to the next one. This is from verbal ability. Sequence the following sentences named P, Q, R, and S in a coherent passage. Coherent means which has some meaning, proper meaning. Number P, Shifu's student exclaimed, "Why do you run since the bull is an illusion?" Number Q, Shifu said, "Surely my running away from the bull is also an illusion." This should be B. Bull is also an illusion. Statement R, Shifu once proclaimed that all life is an illusion. And statement number S, one day when a bull gave him chase, Shifu began running for his life. Now for these to have a coherent meaning, it is very clear that R must come first. Shifu once proclaimed that all life is an illusion. Then obviously S must come. One day when a bull gave him chase, Shifu began running for his life. Obviously then P must be the next one. Shifu's student exclaimed, "Why do you run since the bull is an illusion?" And obviously in reply to this must be statement number Q. Shifu said, "Surely my running away from the bull is also an illusion." So then there is a very coherent meaning, and hence the correct option is RSPQ, which is this option number C. Let's move on. 4 identical chalk sticks, each of radius 0.5 centimeter and length L is equal to 10 centimeter. See, this is the length L of the chalk. This is 10 as per the data. And see, this is the radius of a chalk stick. This is 0.5 centimeter as per the data. They are bound tightly together using a duct tape as shown in the following figure. So 4 chalks are taken. They are, duct tape means those sellotape type, thick sellotapes used for packing materials. Okay, carton packing. So it's done by that. And as is shown in the figure, I hope you can understand, these are the 4 chalks that are there. The width of the duct tape is equal to the length of the chalk stick. That can be seen from the diagram too. The area of the duct tape required to wrap the bundle of chalk sticks only once is how much? So now this is a problem of mensuration. See, let us imagine the 4 chalk sticks like this. See, this is one of the chalk sticks. This is the cross-sectional view of the chalk sticks. This is the second chalk stick. See, this is the third chalk stick. And this is the fourth chalk stick. Okay, these are the 4 chalk sticks. See, they are arranged like this. And how has the duct tape gone? See, it has gone like this. This is the duct tape. Then it has gone along with the chalk. Then it has gone like this. Then it has gone along with the chalk. Then it has gone like this because it is wrapped tightly together. Then it has gone along with the chalk and then like this, and then it has gone along with the chalk. And once this wrapping is done. So how do we do this? See, first of all, I hope we understand that this length is R as has been given. So this length is also R. And the chalk sticks are all of equal radius. So this length must also be R and this length must also be R. I hope we understand that. So basically, if you draw a perpendicular from this center onto this, see, this is the portion of the duct tape which is not attached to the chalk. And this length is 2R. Similarly, this part of the duct tape is also 2R, right? Similarly, this part of the duct tape is also 2R. And likewise, this part of the duct tape is also 2R, right? Now, let us take this chalk. Let us draw a bigger diagram. Say suppose this is the chalk. Now you see the duct tape has come till this. The duct tape has again gone till this. And the rest of the portion, the duct tape is along the chalk. But then this is a 90-degree angle, which means that this length is 1/4 of the circumference of the circle. Okay, now what is the circumference of the whole circle? So that would be pi 2 pi r, that is the circumference of the complete circle, and this portion is only 1/4 of that. So the length of this portion would be pi r by 2. But then let us see the total duct necessary. See, there are 4 2r's, 4 into 2r's, and along with that there are 4 such cases. These are 4 such cases. So 4 into pi r by 2 plus 4 into pi r by 2. So that basically is, we can say 4 into, well, we can actually multiply them, 8r plus 2 pi r. We can say that, okay, 8r plus 2 pi r. So then we can say that, what have they asked? What is the area? Oh, they have asked the area. Now we just found out the length of this whole thing. Now the area will be multiplied by the length, which is 10. So therefore the area would be 10 into 8 pi, and this you could have taken 2 common, 2r common actually, and that would be 4 plus pi. So you could say 10 into 2r 4 plus pi, which is equal to 20r 4 plus pi. Let us see if there is any such option or not. Oh, by the way, the value of r is also given. The value of r is 0.5 centimeter. I forgot that. So that is equal to, if you put r is 0.5, it will become 10, 4 plus pi. So this will be, the option will be number C. I forgot while explaining that R was 0.5. So that's why I was wondering where was R in the options. Okay, so it was 1.5. So I hope we have got it very cleanly. Let us move on. This is a data interpretation problem utilizing bar graphs. The bar chart shows the data for the percentage of population falling into different categories based on body mass index BMI in 2003 and 2023. 2023 is this one, gray, and 2003 is the black one. This is 2003 and this is 2023. Let us see. These data is 0%, this is 0%, this is 5%, 10%, 15%, and so on. This is 50%, this is 40, this is 30, and this is 20. So I think now it's legible. Obese, overweight, normal, underweight. These are the 4 categories. Based on the data provided, which one of the following options is incorrect? Okay, let us take the first option. The ratio of the percentage of population falling into overweight category to the percentage of population falling into normal category has increased in 20 years. Okay, so what is the ratio of the percentage of population of the overweight category? So let us see the ratio of that overweight category. See, in let us calculate in 2003 first. Let us calculate in 2003. That's the black one first. So that is 25, and to the percentage of population falling in the normal category. So these are the two, 25 to 50. So that would be 25 is to 50. That is the ratio, which is half, that is 0.5. Now Let us calculate in 2023 what is the ratio of the overweight to the normal. So overweight to the normal in 2023. 2023 is the gray one. So overweight it is 40 and normal is 30. So this would be 4 by 3, that is 1.33. So it has indeed increased. It has increased. So has increased in 20 years is perfectly correct. So this is not my desired option. Let us calculate the next, the ratio of the percentage of all population falling into underweight category to the percentage in the normal category. So let us first calculate in 2003, underweight is to normal. So underweight is this one. So that would be 10 divided by, oh no, sorry, this is 10 divided by 50. 10 divided by 50. So that is 0.2. And let us now find it in 2023. Underweight by normal. What is it? So that is 5 and this is 30. So 5 by 30. 5 by 30. So that is 1 by 6, which is 16.67%. So that is 0.17. So we can say that option number B is indeed correct. Option number B is indeed correct. The ratio of the percentage of population falling into the underweight category to the population falling in the normal category in the year 2023 is 5 by 30, which is 0.17. And hence, this is absolutely correct. It has decreased in 20 years. So I will say option number B is the correct option. So naturally, no more necessity to go ahead and find out. Oh no, we have to find the incorrect one. My apologies. My apologies. I just forgot we had to correct. We had to mention the incorrect one. So this is correct. So obviously, just a second. This is correct. So this is not our desired option. We have to find which one is incorrect. Let us now go ahead to the next one. Ratio of the percentage of population in the obese category. So obese to the percentage in the normal. Obese and normal in 2003 would be, obese is this, 2003 is the black one, 15 divided by 50. So that is 15 divided by 50, which is 0.3. And obese by normal in 2023 would be the gray one, obese, that is 25 divided by 30. So it's 25 divided by 30. So that is 5 by 6. 5 by 6 would be 0.5 by 25 by 30 would be 5 by 6. So would be approximately equal to 0.17 into 5. So zero point 0.8 something like that. Okay, so this has decreased in 20 years, but this is on an increasing mode. So obviously this will be our desired one because this is incorrect. So once you have found out, you do not need to go ahead. Okay, wastage of time. I hope this is clear. A little bit of a difficulty in observing the data here, but then all is well that ends well. Let's go on to this. This is reflection type. Examples of mirror and water reflections are shown below. This is the mirror reflection. This is the water reflection. You have to just observe them. An object appears as the following image. So let us not forget that this is the image. not the original. After first reflecting in a mirror and then reflecting on water. So if this appears as sort of this, because digitally 5 and 2 look virtually, mirror images of each other. So that is it. This is the image. Now how has this image come? At the last it has come by reflection in water. This is our 5.24, right? So what would be the original before that? I hope we can understand that this would be somewhat of this type. The decimal will remain as it is. This, and this 4 would be somewhat of this type. So that is this one. But then originally it reflected in a mirror first. So the last it would get a reflection in a mirror. So what would it turn out to be? See, something like this. I hope we can understand this. And this one would be, this is the image that would turn up. So this is the original image. Let us find out which one caters to that. Oh, see, the first one caters to that. So this is the correct answer, number A. Here you have to be just very careful. So this is step 1 and this is step 2 and this is the answer and the original image. Okay. Two identical sheets A and B of dimensions 24 into 16 can be folded into half using two distinct operations. Operation folding 1 and folding 2, FO1 and FO2. In folding 1, the axis of the folding remains parallel to the initial long edge. So folding 1 would be somewhat like this. If this is the rectangular sheet of paper, then folding 1 will be along this. Okay, so this is 24 and this is 16. Okay, so this is FO1 and FO2, the axis of folding remains parallel to the initial small edge. So FO2 would be somewhat like this. So this is the folding done. This is the 16 and this is the 24. This is FO2. Okay, so what has been said? If sheet A is folded twice using FO1, okay, so this must be sheet A. And sheet B is folded twice using, so this must be sheet B. So let us find, first let us fold. So one fold is like this. So then what happens? The sheet becomes like this, with this as 8. Then another fold along the center. So then the sheet becomes this. This is the final one. And this becomes 8 divided by 2, that is 4. Now this one, see, this is the original sheet. This is fold 1. And on folding it, the sheet becomes this. And this becomes 12. Whereas this remains 16. In the previous one, this remained 24. And then you have to fold twice. So you fold along this. So this sheet becomes now this. And this is 6. So what have they asked? The ratio of the perimeters of the final shapes of A and B is in what ratio? Okay, so the perimeter of this is 24 plus 4 into 2. And the perimeter of this is 16 plus 6 into 2. So the ratio of the perimeters, 2 will cancel off. This would be 28 and this would be 22. So it will cancel off only by 2. So that is 14 and 11. So 14 is to 11 will be the ratio. So let us see what is the option. Option number A is the correct option. Let us move on. Okay, so we have just finished the EC.